Hey, everybody. It is Peter here from Strong Healthy Women. And today, welcome to Talking Wellbeing TV, where we share hints, tips, and advice about the foundations of wellbeing, which are move, eat, live. And we're super excited today because we are going to be talking about, let me just flick it over, the quick start. So the beginner's quick start exercise guide. So we're going to take you through this. We've put a link up in the notes today. So all you have to do is download that guide and you can follow through with us as we talk about it. And as always, I have the lovely Sally Ann with me. Hey, Sal, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you, darling. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm really good. Before we get started today, I actually want to read an email to everybody that came in because I absolutely love this email. I always encourage people, and you do the same thing, Sal. We always encourage people to actually write down all of the things that they can't currently do before they start an exercise program. Because what happens is we very quickly forget all of those things that we couldn't do and that we now can do. And so writing those things down is really, really so crucial to part of the process because you get to celebrate those tiny, small wins along the way. And so we got this email in on the weekend, you know the one I'm talking about, from the lovely Diane.
Yes.
So Diane when she came to us 12 months ago, she was 78 years old and starting an exercise program. You don't have to be 78 years old to be starting an exercise program. You could be 30, you could be 40, 50, 60. It doesn't matter what age you are. But she was 78 and she went, enough's enough and I need to do something. So she's turned 79 now. And I remember that day, that very first day that she walked in. But this is what she wrote. So I told you of the changes I've noticed physically from doing the workouts at Strong Healthy Women. The first thing I noticed fairly early on in my participation was that bending down to tie up my shoes was easier. This may not be a satisfying result to the more flexible person, but for me, it meant that I could bend, tie, and not be out of breath when I stood back up. I remember the day that Diane came in and told me that story. She was into her second week. So it was only 2 weeks later. And she said, I was driving in this morning going, why on earth am I getting out of bed at 78 years old at this time of morning to go and work out? And she said, and then all of a sudden I went, oh, I just tied up my shoes and I wasn't puffed doing it. And so that was an exciting time. Do you remember that, Sel?
I do. She was so proud.
Yeah.
You know, and it is the little things.
It is totally the little things. So then from there, the second thing that she's noticed is sitting cross-legged when we're doing the stretching portion. She used to have these niggles across her lower back, and she always felt that she was going to topple backwards because she wasn't able to fold properly when she was doing some of those stretches. But now what she's noticed is now I fold and I sit more comfortably with my legs more closely tucked in and it feels good. This is awesome. This is awesome. So then the next thing she wrote was getting up and down from the floor is a challenge. And I'm so slow at doing it. And here's the thing, ladies, it doesn't matter how slow you are. This is your race. You get to, go as quick or as slow as you need to go. And several times now I have descended to the floor without putting my hand down first. Now, this is nothing to the flexible persons, but this is a giant step for me. I'm about to say this is a giant step for anybody to get down without using their hands, regardless of how flexible you are. Would you agree with that, Sal?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
We all use our hands.
Can you get up and...
No, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't, And it's also elegant when we're getting up and down.
Yeah, I know. Backsides, arms,
Yeah, bum,
everything's
bum.
going everywhere.
And
Yeah,
the thing
exactly.
with Diane is that, you know, when she does those workouts, she'll pull that chair out with the expectation that she'll do it elevated, but then you look around and she's
Yeah,
on the floor.
yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Totally. Because when she first came to us, she had issues with her shoulders. And so she
yeah,
had limitations as well as to what she was able to do. And
yeah,
so she has slowly been building her strength up. But it's so true. We expect to see her doing a spider climber, elevated, and next thing you look and she's on the ground doing a spider climber.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so here's the next part of it. There's an internal flight of stairs in our house, and I would mount them. And at the same time, I would grip the handrail and pull myself up. Now I go up and down without holding on, and I have no shortness of breath. I think every house should have stairs in it because stairs are such a great exercise. I don't have a house with stairs in it. So I have to go up a mountain to get that type of exercise into my daily routine. So anybody who's got stairs, yahoo for you. You've got stairs.
I've got stairs, yeah, yeah. And, one of
Mm,
the things I do is I don't try and, pile everything in at once to go up and down to just go up once, you know.
yeah,
I'll make it up and down. But I was just going to say, stairs are a wonderful marker on, and Diane's just shown that, a wonderful marker on showing how your cardio is improving,
yeah,
and your
yeah,
strength.
yeah, it totally is, totally is. And I
And
know that
your
a lot of
confidence.
ladies,
Sorry, Peter, and
yeah,
your confidence. She's got that confidence now that she doesn't need the handrail.
oh no. And look, she's a little older than what my mum is.
Mm.
And there's no way, like my mum will take the elevator. She's not going to go up the stairs. And if she has to go up the stairs, it's going to be a really, really slow journey up. And she's doing what Diane was doing, pulling herself up the stairs as she goes. So, I know how much stronger and fitter you can get by just doing these simple, simple things on a daily basis. The
Yes.
other thing that I was going to mention on that is that so often we get told that we have sore knees, going up and down the stairs. There's a way to do that. And we'll explore that as we're going through some of these bits and pieces. But I just want to highlight your knees do not have to ache
No.
when you're going up and down stairs. So that's another thing. And then finally, she says, my balance has improved, although I have not been aware that I was so topply, but now I am not. So she wasn't aware that she was a little bit, all over the place, but now she is aware that she was, but now she isn't. So that's awesome. I
Yes.
feel that I'm healthier and I'm more alive. I certainly am more active every day. I still have more I want to achieve, and I realize that I will have to keep exercising and stretching for the rest of my life. But it's getting easier, it's less stressful, little steps, minor victories, but strengthening and challenging and somehow very satisfying. Thanks to the dynamic trio. That's us and Sue.
Beautiful.
But that's a wonderful story. I love that, Diane. We'd love to have you come on and share some of that story with us and just really delve into some of it a little bit more detailed. So if you are listening, yes, stay tuned. We're going to be calling upon you, I think.
Definitely. Definitely.
Definitely.
So
and
she
there in
hasn't,
itself,
sorry, Peter, and it hasn't been like she's
yeah,
thought about what
yeah,
strengths she has gained in her life. It hasn't been, oh, my health is better, my fitness is better. She sat down and really
yeah.
thought what has improved in her life.
Mm. Yeah, she's really totally connecting with the things she couldn't do and what she now can do. And I think that's really, really important. And I love, she just glows.
Yes.
Like when she's working out as well too. So you see her, you know, she's one of those girls that puts a lippy on. We've got a few of those girls who love to put their lippy on when they work out. All right, so they are some of the benefits of exercising, that physical aspect of it. She's feeling healthier. She's got better balance. She's feeling stronger. She's able to do more things in her everyday life because of it. What other things, what other benefits are there, Sel, that you want to explore with us today?
I want to go through like health. You know, we all
Okay,
I
let's do
exercise
that.
for my health, but what health issues are you looking for? You know, I know one of the ladies at our 28-day Field Up program. You know, I was going through their goals on the weekend. And one of her goals is she is very adamant that there's no medication for her in the future. So she knows how.
Oh, tell me, who is that?
Tanya Hook, the beautiful Tanya.
Okay, Tanya, shout out to you, Tanya.
Yes,
good goal.
Very adamant that there's no medication. And so, you know, some of the health benefits, you know, it's exercising your heart. You know, remember, if we don't have our heart and if we're not exercising our heart, then you won't be doing too much of anything else. You know,
no, that's right.
Heart health, lungs, but then it's blood pressure and it's the cells in your body. It's your brain. It keeps your brain active. It helps with brain structure. You know, and then it's down to your joints and your ligaments and your tendons, and it makes your skin look better. So it's not just that, you know, when we say I feel better, it's all these little things that exercise helps with, you know, and it's not that you have to do hours and hours and hours of it.
No. And like it's stabilizing your blood sugars as well too.
Yes. You know, so it's diabetes, heart health, lung health.
That's exactly right. And so, you know, one of the things as a diabetic that is always recommended is to exercise because it does help stabilize. It's even better than, you know, eating proportionately as they instruct you to do. So they've recently done some research on this. I went to one of the education programs with my mum, and it was fascinating. And they gave every single person in the room a resistance band. And so, you know, Mum had this resistance band out a week later, and I looked and I went, "Are you using your band?" And she said, "Yeah." It only lasted a week. And I often say to her, "Where's that band gone?" "Oh, it's in there." And I said, "Mum, you should be doing that every day, you know, because she's not just gone from medication for her diabetes. She is now on insulin."
And this is the thing, you know, you've got to think about, you know, the steps. So, you know, has your doctor said, okay, you're at risk of type 2 diabetes, you need exercise and eating properly, you know, or you may already be diabetic. So do you want to get worse with your diabetes? You know, and as you just said with your mum, she's at that stage. So, you know, it should be that exercise happening to stave off the next step, whatever that next step may be.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So for Tanya, she doesn't want to go on medication, but you may already be on medication. You might be on blood pressure medication, but doing an exercise program and being consistent at it may enable you to reduce that medication. Or in some instances, we've even seen ladies who have been able to come off the medication.
Yes.
So Yeah, so there is that next step that you're fighting off as you're talking about there. The other
Yes.
thing is your immune system.
Yes.
So it's certainly going to help improve your immune system as well too. And there's a lot of those funny little immune deficiencies and concerns that are out and about these days, but exercising is so good to help improve your immune system, even like help with the toxins that can be in your body as well too.
Yes.
It can
Sweating all
certainly
those.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, certainly be
Yeah.
a benefit for that as well.
Yes.
Yeah. The other thing is, and you started talking about brain health as well too. It can certainly help with that brain fog.
Yeah.
You have that clearer thought process. I mean, if you can combine the exercise with the healthy eating, then you've got the double thing going on. So you're going to get far better benefits. But if you can just do one, then start with the exercise. Start by moving more because
Yes.
it also helps control weight. So if weight is an issue for you, that can certainly be one benefit. And I don't know whether you saw the article in Sunday's paper at all, Sal, in regards to they're now saying that weight is not a measure. And I read this article and I went, oh, hello. How long have we been saying that? So, roll my eyes at the article as I'm reading it. Oh, now we've got the research around it. Oh, good. So we've
I was
all.
actually watching a news story the other day, and they were doing research, and it was
Mm,
something to do with heart disease or a heart condition, and they said, they've discovered that exercise can help stop this condition. And I've just looked at
mhm.
my children, I've gone, really? Like, is that just not common sense?
I think these days we seem to have look, and rightly so. We want the research behind it, okay? So we want to know that what we're doing is the right thing to do. But there is so much research gone into exercise over the years and years and years that we know that there are so many benefits to it. But
Yes.
now we have to have research right down to the minute thing, that it's no longer about your weight, it's more about the internal aspect of it. It's about your body fat. It's totally true, ladies.
Yes.
We've seen women, and if you were to judge them, you'd see this tiny little, 50-kilo woman standing next to me, and you'll see a 90-kilo woman standing next to me, and you'd go, well, that 90-kilo woman is unhealthy. But the reality is both those women could possibly have, 45% body fat. So both of them internally have lots of fat around their organs, which is going to be causing them problems. So,
Yes.
that 50-kilo woman is no more healthier than that 90-kilo woman.
No.
So, the weight is not the judgment about how healthy you are. It is wholly and solely about what is going on the inside of your body.
And keep in mind, like, your body fat isn't, a jiggly butt and jiggly thighs and your tuck shop arms. Your body fat is that fat sitting around your organs.
Mm.
And that's the part that you have to be, there is body fat on the rest of your body, but the body fat that you want to be concerned about is the fat that's sitting around your organs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, this part of your body, this is, where all your organs are. So in around here. So you certainly don't want, you know, those organs in that part of your body. And you can feel it if you're sitting there and you do a little bit of a pinch test, you'll know. You'll totally know.
And we
You were going to
know
say something?
from, I was just going to say, we know from the ladies that we work with, one of their first goals when they're coming into us is, I'd like to lose my belly,
Yeah.
and that's where, that's your concern, where all those organs are.
It is too. I mean, one of the other things that I love about exercise is that it does help you sleep better. And so many of us, when we get to that menopausal stage, or, we're used to waking up with kids when we were, when our kids were littler, or we've got grandkids over, so we're light sleeping, so we're waking up constantly. Our pelvic floor is not as strong as what it used to be, so we're waking up and going to the bathroom of night time. And so we want to get that better quality sleep. And exercise is such a good way to do that. And here's the classic. Get your grandkids over, or get your family, if you've got teenage kids, go exercise with them. Go do the exercise and see how zonked out they are. So I've had my grandkids last week for a couple of days. And so we got up in the morning. They were up before us. So we get up mighty early because we have horses. So they were up before us. They were dressed and ready to go. They were out there on the track with Paul with the horses at, 5 o'clock in the morning. And so they finished up there. They came down. They did a complete workout with me. We did a circuit that day. And then we had breakfast. And I said, oh, look, let's go to the water park before everybody gets there for the day. So we head off to the water park. We're there at 8:30 in the morning. We play. We had a picnic, morning tea and whatnot. We play. We were only intending on staying for an hour. But then some of the cousins came as well too. So, it was more playing because they arrived an hour later. And then I said, okay, well, that's it for here. We're going to go for a little stroll down the front of the river. And the kids were having a great time. They're all running and playing and, jumping around and doing all the things that they did. And I looked at my steps and I went, oh, okay. They've just walked 3 kilometres. And so I went, we've got to walk back. So I had to make it this fun game because you could see them getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So by the time we got home and we mucked around, and then they wanted to have a swim after lunch, and they were in bed by 7:30. Their parents said to me, did you have any trouble getting them to sleep? No, none whatsoever. One story gone, they're out. And that really, if you look at how well kids go to sleep and how much they go, that really tells you how much exercise can benefit you when it comes to sleeping.
Yes. My sleep has improved so much over the past 4 weeks because I'm doing the 28-day fueled up. And I was just smiling then because I went to sleep the other night and I've woken up in a big fright, and I'm just looking at Quinn and I'm going, oh my God, you're late for work. Come on, you've got to get to work. And he's like, no, it's like Sunday. But I had that, it was that waking up from that deep sleep, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it is good when you get into those deeper sleeps. The other benefit is that it really helps you if you are going through those menopausal stages as well too. Exercise is really good for that. The other one that's really, really important is some cancers. So there's a lot of research around exercise being good to help prevent some of those cancers as well. And most importantly, so that you don't die young.
Yes.
So the more we exercise, the more we're increasing our lifespan.
Yes.
It's got to be the right type of exercise as well too. So is there anything else you want to add in there, Sal, in regards to some of the benefits? I mean, they're just a few things, really.
Absolutely. The one thing I was going to say, and it's something that I thought about, was I think it improves your posture because you get that confidence.
Oh, yes.
But, it's not just that it's physically improving your posture, but I think you get that confidence about you, and you're just standing a little bit taller. Your head's a little bit higher, and I think that's probably one of the benefits of exercise as well.
Yeah, totally. The other really important aspect of this is it is one step at a time when you're starting out. The first thing that I would say about one step at a time is knowing why you're doing this. And that's a whole other topic, and we'll delve into that as we go through these series as well too. So why is important. The next thing is to make some type of schedule. So, if you're the old-fashioned calendar kind of girl, or if you're the electronic kind of girl, yeah, put your workout into your day so you know when you're going to do it. Don't let something else become a priority, though. If it's an emergency, yes, but really put some guidelines around what an emergency means.
Make it an appointment. I always liken it
Yeah,
to when you're scheduling it in, you wouldn't cancel a doctor's appointment. So don't cancel your fitness appointment unless, as Peter said, it's an absolute emergency.
yeah, yeah, that's it as well too. The other thing is that you really want to plan ahead what type of workout you're going to do. We're going to explore this a little bit more as to what a workout routine should look like for us women as we're aging. So, but for now, you want to plan it out. So you want to know what you're going to do. Because if you get up and you go, I'm going to exercise today, and you have no idea what you're going to do, then you're going to spend so much time thinking about it that it makes it all too hard, and you go, no, I'm not going to do it.
And
So
you want to do
it could,
something that's going to interest you as well. So if you're going
oh,
with a friend and your friend says, let's go and do, Zumba, and you don't
Zumba.
like Zumba, you know,
Yep,
I don't like Zumba because I'm not very good at it.
yep,
But if it's something that you don't like, you're not going to do it either.
yeah, that's totally true. Um, the other thing is, if you're going to be someone who has planned to exercise after work and you're doing it after work, take your clothes with you. So you're not going home first. Because if you go home first, what's going to happen is you'll find something else to do and you'll do that something else first. And then you'll go, oh, I don't feel like it. Or you'll get so engrossed in what it is that you'll totally miss the exercise program that you're about to go to. And
Yes.
look, we've heard that on many occasions, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We did have one lady. We used to have one lady, and her husband would pack her gym bag and put
Oh,
it in the
yes,
car.
Colleen.
Yes, and he put
Yeah,
it in her car every morning for her because he knew that was her, complete support. He knew that's what she did on her way home from work.
yep,
But he forgot to pack in her tights one night. So there she was doing her workout in her office
in a
skirt.
skirt. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep,
that's her saying that my workout was my priority,
yeah,
not my
yeah,
tights. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, exactly. And of course, that brings you down to the next level as well, too, is the support. So who's
yes,
on the support team as well, too? Her husband was totally behind her because he
yes.
was packing her bag for her and, wanted her to go. Clearly, he knew that she was a much nicer person after she exercised.
Aren't we
I'm
all?
the first to put my hand up. I am a much nicer person when I exercise. I remember my ex-husband saying to me, why do you do that? You come in, you say hello to us. My kids were teenagers at the time. Hello, hello, mwah, mwah, mwah. And then I put the shoes on as I'm saying hello. And they go, and this one day it's like, why could you not just stay home and cook dinner? I go, well, this is my opportunity to dump everything out on the road that's happened during the course of the day. And I come home a much nicer person.
Yes.
But if you want to listen to me whinge, I'll stay home and cook. No, go. Just go.
You have a very slim chance of walking out of a workout cranky. A very slim chance.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And I think the other thing about taking that one step at a time is that old story about the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. So, this morning and any other day in our FitFlex program, what happens is we start off together. And so I count the reps. And I bring the reps down, and you do the same thing. We bring the reps to, it's not at the highest person's level, but it's not at the lowest person's level. So it's somewhere in the middle. So we work at that pace. So those at that lower level, they lift their game. Those at the higher level, they bring it down. And so after we've warmed up, what we then do is we then say, okay, you're about to do this at your pace. So we'll go at our pace, and when we're finished, we will, be watching what they're doing. But it's really, really important that you're not looking at the person next door to you. You're just concentrating on how many repetitions you need to get through. And I mean, I love the way Sophie in particular approaches this. So this morning, I noticed that she was a one step behind as we got to it. She doesn't compromise her technique though. No, she is absolutely 100% on technique. She gives it everything that she's got. She doesn't worry about the game that anybody else is playing. It is all about her. She gets through it, and she keeps going. Everybody else does the finisher while she's finishing off, and that's okay, because you can see how much she has improved.
Oh, incredibly. And it's interesting because with Sophie, we'll watch her doing her workout, and we may very well be into 5 minutes of our stretching and flexibility. But her priority is finishing off what she started.
Yeah. And not worrying about where everybody else is, and that's important. Her squats are deep. Her spider climbers are spot on. She punches hard. Depending on what we're doing, it's 100% technique. Yes. And that's what it's about. You're better off, taking your time and doing those, 20 squats correctly than doing 20 squats, at this, this far down.
Yes.
Yes. And I saw this with Lockie. Lockie he's 8 years old, and he loves to do push-ups. And he goes, come on, Nanny, let's do push-ups. And he's doing these push-ups, and he's going that far. I've gone, that's not a push-up. Get your chest to the ground, mate. And he's gone, I just want to do them this way. I've gone, no, you don't get to do them that way. A push-up is chest to ground. I said, I don't care what anybody else tells you. It's a chest to ground. So go to ground. But I have to do them slow. Yes, that's correct. Do them slow. Teach them young.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, teach them young.
Technique for me every single day, all day, every day. Technique is the priority. Excuse me. Sorry. Otherwise, why do it? If your technique's going to be not going to be correct, why do it? A wrong squat, a wrong push-up is not going to help you stay strong or build muscles, or it's only just going to lead to injury.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, we don't want you to get injured, because when you get injured, then you give up. Yes. So it is all about, staying active, protecting yourself as much as you can, so that you can be consistent with those workouts, so that you can keep getting the results like Diane that we originally spoke about.
Yes.
So there's a lot of benefits to exercise, but what's important is you just approach it at one step at a time.
Yes.
So have you got any final thoughts for today, Sel?
Don't be overwhelmed with the information, as we've just spoken about. It's one step at a time. So tomorrow, it may be, you may walk every day, but tomorrow it may be, okay, well, I'm going to add squats in at every park bench that I see.
Yes.
So it's one step at a time. You may do that for a week, And then next week you go, okay, well, I'll add squats and push-ups to that park bench. So don't overwhelm yourself. I think when we overwhelm ourselves with information, we get scared and we get into that, oh, it's too hard, not doing it.
Yeah, totally. So today our focus was on page 14 and 15 of the guide, ladies. So if you haven't, you can follow along. This is a series that we're doing for you, the Beginner Quick Start Exercise Guide. It's available. All you have to do is click on that link and you'll get that guide available to you. So you just download it. So yeah, we were working on page 14 and 15 today, which are the benefits to exercise, as well as that one-step approach. What we're going to be doing on Wednesday is we're going to be talking about how you can build confidence and why coaching is important to exercise, and then we'll be back on Friday with a different topic as well too. So we're going to, over the next 2 weeks, we're going to explore this whole entire guide with you so that you have the confidence to get started with an exercise program no matter where you are. So if you are 78 years old or 31 years old like Alice is, who has some issues with her knees and hyperextension of her joints, and who has just recently joined us, it doesn't matter whether you're 31 or 78 or anywhere in between. It is about starting and knowing that you're starting at the right place and that you are going to be looked after when it comes to protecting whatever aches, pains and injuries you happen to have.
Yes. And if you do have any questions, ladies, as Peter's just told you what we'll be talking about Wednesday, go through the guide, and if you do have any questions about those subjects, write them on your guide, and then add them in on Wednesday when we're talking about them, and we'll definitely help with those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, put your questions up. We'd love to answer them for you as well too. Thanks for joining me today, Sal.
You're welcome, Peter. Have a wonderful afternoon.
I shall see you. I will see you in just over an hour in the FitFlex studio anyway.
I don't know what day it is.
It's
got a
Monday.
session in an hour.
Yeah, that's right. Get yourself organised. All right, ladies, take care, everybody, and we will see you on Wednesday at 3:30. Take care.
Bye.
See you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.